Mr. Bombastic.
What's up, AllNighter fam? Welcome to episode 4 of Up All Night. Can you believe it? It's the 4th episode.
I can't. I
can't believe it.
Anyway, guess what? We hit 100 subscribers! It may not be many to you, but to us, that's so cool.
We didn't think we were going to get 50.
Pretty much.
So we doubled it.
Thank you guys for your support still to this day, for your loyalty to all those subscribers.
Alright guys, so tonight's episode is dedicated to our fathers. Because it was Father's Day yesterday.
Yeah.
So we just thought it would be a good opportunity for us to talk about our dads, what it's like, what it was like when they were here, what it was like, what's life like without them, and all of that stuff. So we just wanted to say, firstly, Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
To you, and to all of our subscribers and your fathers and your husbands and their fathers.
Your baby daddies.
Your baby daddies, the ones that you don't even know.
And if you're playing both roles, special Happy Father's Day to you.
Yeah. Yes, to all those single parents out there.
Correct.
We are pretty good mothers. We're
pretty good aunties though. There literally needs to be an Auntie's Day, I feel. I think there should be
more of an Auntie's Day. Let's be honest, your children be calling us if they're in trouble, not you.
That's right.
That's true, eh?
That's true. Okay, so for our Father's Day special, I thought we would do something like a how well do we know our fathers quiz or like questionnaire. And it was so funny because as I was coming up with some of the questions, I'm like,
wait, so this is kind of like rigged because
no,
you got questions based on what you know.
No, I literally just ripped questions off like basic quizzes that people do. I promise you, a lot of these questions I don't even know the answers to. Honest, promise. I bet you'll win. I think you'll win.
I probably will.
But yeah, so we're pretty much just gonna ask the questions, and then we're just gonna answer them, like her for her dad, one for my dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a photo of our dads, by the way.
Boom, boom.
I know. Handsome, right? Jeez. What is your dad's favorite food?
Oh. I think, well, before he died, he used to eat sashimi a lot. Like all the time. Like I literally wanted it every single day.
What was the last thing he ate?
Good one. Oh, in Samoa? In Samoa. What is the last thing he ate? I feel like it would have been kalo and whai ai elengi. Or like bisua. Something like that.
I love kalo and whai ai.
It would have been something off the side of the road because
that's probably why
he
died.
Probably. Who poisoned my dad? No.
Which one of you side markets poisoned who dead? Anyways, my dad's favorite food is heaps of things. He likes cheeseburgers. He loves V's.
What?
He loves V's. He loves the cabana sausage things.
Oh, okay.
Always that. But the food that he ate before he died was KFC chicken wings.
That's my mum's favorite is wicked wings. My turn. Let me see. What year did he meet your mum?
He met my mum. It would have been.
You're trying to calculate.
Probably like let me calculate this.
Nah, that's cheating.
No, it's not.
You just gotta do it in your head, mate. Are you legit? She's actually got a calculator. What the flip?
It's around 1978 or 1980.
Wow.
Because like he met my mum when he was 23 and he lied to her and said that he was 27. I have to like kind of calculate all of that in between.
Okay, it just says 1981.
Yeah, but it must be 1981 though. So 1980 to 1981. In between those years.
I'm going to say 1980.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because Jacob was born 1981.
What is his favorite movie?
I'm just gonna say Bruce Lee movies. He just likes Bruce Lee movies, fighting movies. No, he likes Asian movies, like fighting Asian movies. Beats me, why?
My dad liked like the Rainbow series, Rambo.
Oh, Rambo, yeah.
And he liked Sound of Music. He liked Grease. He liked. We are so musical.
Yeah, they're pretty musical.
Yeah, he liked those kind of movies. Just like family movies.
D.O.B.
12th of May.
Date of birth.
1958.
Oh my gosh, he's a year younger than my mom. Oh no, a year older than my mom.
My mum's older than my dad.
What year's your mom?
56.
Oh wow. 5th of October, 1951.
How old is that?
Well, 1951
1951.
is when he was born.
So he's like 60, almost 70.
Yeah, almost 70.
What is their wedding anniversary?
I know one.
Yeah, what is it?
29th of January. Do I have to get the year with it? 1981.
They were married on the 22nd of October, 1983.
1983. His favourite child. Who was your dad's favourite child?
Me.
All lies, you reckon?
Yeah, me.
You know
I
that
reckon
for
it
a
was
fact?
Yeah.
Whoa, you're confident. Huh?
Nah, they were like, he loved all of us.
Obviously they do, but parents lie. They have a favourite, you know.
No, my mom has favourites. My dad doesn't.
My dad had a favourite.
Lillian. Because she's diabetic too.
Probably,
He's
yeah.
like, I feel for you, sis.
Literally, like, if he has food, he always calls her and says, oh, Lillian, there's some food here if you're hungry. Never calls any of us, just her.
My dad, every time I go to work, like, cause he's always, I never caught the train to go to work. But like my dad, like this is why I never lost weight and I always gained, because like every day I'll be like sleeping in the car, like going to work, and he'll be like, Peta, do you want to eat something? And I'm like, nah, it's all good. And then I will open my eyes and I'm like at the Golden Arches, we're like buying breakfast. Huh?
What was the question?
His
favourite child.
Favorite child. So yeah, he just loves all of us.
Awkward.
But I think his favorite is his mom, to be honest.
I thought at some stages I was the favourite, but...
I don't think so. I think probably the most reliable.
Yes. He only came to me when he needed stuff. Like his prescriptions, his food. When he needed me to back him up if they had like him and my mom had like a argument. But I'll be like, nigga, I've got my mama's back. No, I'm kidding. Kidding.
You're so mean to ask for.
Guys, ask questions because you never know when your parents are not gonna be here anymore. Right?
Serious.
Why so serious?
No, but seriously.
So true.
But it's true.
Ask questions. Don't show my sacredness.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's where did they meet? Where did him and your mum meet?
My nose is getting blocked.
What the flip? From what?
Oh, so my dad was playing in my mum's uncle's band, but he did not know my mum at the time either. And so he met my mum because she came and she was giving the cookies to the band, and he was like, oh, checking her out and everything.
Giving out her cookies.
Yeah, but then he actually really, really liked her because he was watching her the whole night, and there was this guy who went up to this girl, and he wasn't like all that good looking. He went up to this girl to ask her for a dance, and she said no. And so my mom went and asked him for a dance. And my mom was very beautiful. Like, you should see her. This is what my mom looked like when she was younger. And that's when my dad was like, he actually really liked her because of that. How sweet, man.
Are you kidding? This is the most romantic.
At a rugby game.
Wow. So she actually used to see him at volleyball all the time. And she said he was like a really, really good player. But she used to think he was like the biggest show off. which he so is, still is. But he used to be the biggest show off, and like apparently all the girls used to talk about him, but she used to just be put off because he was like, thought he was all that, like because he knew he was all that. And then one day after volleyball, I think she was walking home and like he like drove next to her and was like, hey, do you need a ride?
My nigga. Roll your window down, start there.
Anyway, they met at volleyball. He's trying to scoop her up as she was walking home. A little bit creepy, but...
Our mums are actually from the same village.
That's right. How weird. Alright, birthplace village.
Whangaloa Ma'asina! Me and Christian from the same place.
Christian who?
Brown. We're neighbours.
Are you serious?
Hey, Christian! Yeah, we're next door neighbours.
I think my dad's... I'm so confused, like where he's from.
Oh.
Well, I feel like he's from... I think he was born in Saipipi, but grew up in Kapuelele. It's so confusing. I don't even know. Saipipi / Kapuelele. That's what I believe, I think.
This is how much my dad loved my mum. Actually, I'll share this. So like, every day when my dad would drop me off to work, he would always talk about how he's worried about my grandpa, my mom's dad. And so the main reason why he was worried was because my mom's an only child, like his biological daughter. He's the high chief of the village. And so she was his only biological child. And so he, like my dad knew that like if something was to happen to him, then we're the ones that have to take care of it. Like literally, like my mom and her kids. And the only thing he wants is he just doesn't want to die before he dies. That's what he said to me.
He didn't want to die before
my granddad dies. He's like, I just don't want to die before my granddad dies.
You have to be there for you.
And so my dad, like, honestly, like, every time we go to Savai'i, my dad gets really sick. And then he's, like, there for a day, and then he has to get rushed off to the hospital, and then we have to rush him back all the time. And so anyways, my grandpa died today, actually.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, today. Yeah. In 2012. Today, like 2012. And my dad died in December 2012.
What the?
But before that, he got really, he went to this camp. So there was this young man's camp. He wasn't meant to go to it because he was really sick. But everyone pulled out and he just was like, well, someone needs to take the kids. So I want the boys to go. So he went, and because he's diabetic, he couldn't feel his legs. So he had sports shoes on and everything, and he was on the bonfire the whole night. Did not know that his feet were burning. Like literally, when he took his shoe off, it was like burnt, like flesh, like burnt, like black, and like.
Are you kidding?
So when we went to Samoa,
I remember this.
So we went to Samoa. His leg was like stuffed up and it was like bandaged and stuff. And that's why he said, I'll go with Peta goes. So Peta goes, and I'm going with Peta. Whichever day she goes, she has to come with me.
Yeah.
So I like stocked up on all the medications. Man, I was like freaking good at being a doctor that time. I was like, don't worry, father, I got you. So anyways, we did that. And we went and we did everything. Like everything that. And like all the village were kind of like pissed off at the fact that we were doing his funeral early, because he died on Friday.
What did they want you to do? Drag it out?
No, they didn't think we'll be prepared.
Oh.
So they wanted it to be later, like earliest Wednesday, but we were burying him on Tuesday. Like that was our plan. Like died on Friday, everyone will get there, and then on Monday the staff did the thing. And because he's the high chief, like all the traditional stuff happened, which was like really cool for us to see. So anyways, he really liked it. Everyone loved the funeral, especially the ones doing the flowers, because we took like 35 rumps of steak and like we took heaps of boxes of prawns, 5 kilo prawns. We took heaps.
5 rumps of steak. Why don't you just kill a cow over there?
Because we needed it for the offerings. And we needed it to be cut, like it had to be prepped ready because we're doing it the way our steak is.
Yeah.
So my dad cut all of those steaks. Him, Marco Pale, and Vai. They cut up all the steak and stuff like that, marinated it, and all of the people that were doing ours loved it because my dad would always make them eat before we all ate. Because he'd be like, taste the food. So no one was like hungry.
Yeah.
Like no one was like ever hungry. They just kept eating, and we had a lot of food, and it was just really good. And it was probably like one of the best. It was actually the last time we went on a family holiday, which was
Dad.
What day is it? What is the month? September, October, November, December. It was the best holiday. That's what wasn't there, but it was still the best 2 weeks of our lives. How about you? What's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory. My ultimate favorite memory is my dad used to always take us to feed the ducks when we were little.
Same!
Like always.
But we used to feed bread.
Yeah.
But then
That's
I saw
what we
a
used to
sign
feed.
at the park that said, don't feed them bread. Feed
Why?
them other stuff. Apparently it's not good for them. I literally just saw a sign like from around here.
Even when I take the kids to feed the ducks, we
take
freaking take bread. What is? What
But
else
it says the
is
duck is like, hi, I'm a duck. Don't feed me bread. Feed me something. Oh, I forgot what it was. And I was like, holy crap.
You better be grateful for what you got, little ducky.
We've been
feeding
killing
you bread.
ducks.
But yeah, he used to always take us to feed the ducks.
At the pond?
I don't know, it was at a lake. I think it was like at a lake in a park. And then there was this like long slide we used to always just want to go on. I was in shock. Like, at first, okay, so we were in Samoa. Because we all went out, went out in the morning. He didn't want to come, he was tired. So he slept. And then when we came back, woke him up to eat some lunch. And then he was just like complaining of a sore back. And then my mum was like massaging him. And then I was going to go see my cousin before we left. And then while I was with her, I got a call from Josie. She was like, Tisha, the ambulance or something. She was like, come, we've got to take Dad to the hospital. Anyway, so I raced back and Jacob wasn't there either. So, because I had the one van and he had the other van. And so when I got back, he wasn't there either. And I went inside and my mom was like, they were like trying to wake him up pretty much. But they were like, wake up. And they were doing CPR. They must have been doing it for like 5 to 10 minutes or something like that. Her and Graham. And then... But it was weird because like as soon as I walked in and saw him, I just knew. Like I knew that he was already gone sort of thing. But I think like my mom was just like, you know, yelling. She was like, Dad, wake up, like slapping his face and stuff.
Was she really?
Yeah. She was like, wake up, like trying to wake him up. But I'm just like, oh sis, he's gone. But like, you know. Anyway, and then my brother got home and then shortly after, the ambulance came and they took him. And then they took him and my mum to the hospital. And then we waited for a bit and then my mum called and told us to come. On the way to the hospital, we were going to the emergency room and then these men just told us to go around the back. They just saw our car and they were like, no, go around the back. And we're like, what? What's out the back? And then it wasn't until we got there and I saw the sign, I think it was in mortuary or something. And that's when I knew and like my heart
so that's
just
when you guys
dropped. Yeah. And then my heart just like dropped and we just like parked the car, got out, like ran and my mum was just standing out there. She just like, I could just tell on her face, you know, that he was gone. And then we walked in and he was there, like they had put him there for us to like come and see and say goodbye and stuff. And it was probably like, holy crap, why am I gonna cry? It was like the only time I cried like straight away, like heart out, right?
Show us.
No. As soon as I was done crying, I was like, frick. I just literally like I was just in my mind was just like, frick, you have to be strong for everyone else. That was like my initial, like straight after I had my moment, that's my thought. Like I just had to be strong. Like, and I just sat there like, frick, how the hell are we gonna tell my siblings, the ones that didn't come on holiday?
How did
and
you
then
tell
after
them?
I called Lillian. Oh my gosh, it was like the saddest conversation ever. She like just like broke on the phone and I could hear her and then like, but I was trying not to cry. Like I was like, oh, you know, I don't even know what to freak, like what do you say? Oh my gosh. And when you guys posted that photo when you were with Lillian, I literally like, it was like such a tender mercy. Like I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, you know, that people were there.
Oh yeah.
Because we weren't. And like, Because after that, we were like, frick, we didn't even want to do the New Zealand part. We wanted to come straight home.
Yeah.
The saddest thing about not having him around is probably the kids. Like the kids, like growing up with his grandkids. Like he loved his grandkids. And my mom. But like, she's actually okay. She's got no curfew now.
She's living her life.
Hard out.
Living life.
Well, that was a little bit dramatic.
That was nice.
Anyway.
That's memory lane.
How did you cope? That was sad.
I think, honestly, I did pretty good. Like, I always imagined that I honestly imagined I would drop on the ground and just cry. Like,
yeah, that's what you think.
That is what I thought was going to happen. But we found out, so it was so funny because it was Sunday. We were like, oh, let's go see Dad. And so my mum was already there because she would look after him. And we were singing our songs like legit. It was like almost Christmas time and we were practicing our songs on the way there. We're like, yeah, let's sing that song, let's sing that song. Because we're so used to singing in the hospital. We're like, why are we not singing for our own dad? Like, you know. So we were like practicing our singing. And then we get there and like Ruth's like crying. I was like in the corridor thing. And we're like, huh? What's happening? And then we're like, we walk closer to his room. His room is all cleaned out. Everything was folded.
Oh my god!
And all of my dad's siblings were there already. In there, we're like,
what the heck?
What's happening? We're like, how come no one's called us or anything? And like when we walked in, like they're just dead set, silent, like just like, and you can tell they've been crying and stuff. And they were like, what is it? We're like, just tell us, like what's happening? Like where is he? Like what's going on? Here's us thinking that he died, but he's actually in a coma. He was in a coma.
Oh my god.
Which means
so it's sort of like, yeah. Well,
he's just not functioning on his own. That's what was happening. Yeah. He was relying on machines and stuff like that. So we were actually still going to work. When he was in the hospital, we were still going to work and stuff like that. And then there was this one day, like seriously, we were just like, our bodies wouldn't allow for us to go. Like, we were just so knackered. And then we were like, oh, let's just go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital and then we started seeing 1,000 Years.
Oh my god.
We were practicing it just for random reasons. And then they asked us to meet with us. And the doctors were basically explaining to us that we have to make a choice whether we're going to leave the life support on or whatever. And I just remember when they told us, like, me and my siblings already knew. Like, we already knew that it was time for him, kind of thing. Because, you know, he's been, like, suffering for so long. And so when we were given the news, we were out on the outdoor part. They kind of take you out in this outdoor area at the Ipswich Hospital, which is actually really nice. And we just sat there, and then we just started singing this song. We just sing a lot. It's like a musical.
Their life is a
musical.
For real.
It's like we sang that Smile song. Smile. That smile when your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. You know that song?
No, but sad.
Have you heard that song?
No.
You haven't heard that song before?
No, I need to hear it.
Honestly, it's such a beautiful song. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile. It's such a beautiful song. Anyways, so every time like we'll sing that song, like it kind of reminds us. But it like was so perfect. Right? Like when you're like sad, but it's like just like kind of like push through kind of thing. But the hardest part for us was definitely explaining it to our cousins. That was the hardest part. Like we were all good. I think at the time you think it's really hard, but then when you kind of see where they're at, where you guys are at, like
it's very I think you got to think of them, like how much they've been suffering, and not selfish reasons like I'm gonna miss my dad or like you know.
Yeah. And you know, and if he was meant to still be around, he would have coped through it anyway.
That's it, and you wouldn't want him to suffer being here.
That's right. And so yeah, when we told them, they were just so devastated and they cried. Like when I told them, you know, I had to explain to them why we're doing it and all that stuff. And then I think the sweetest moment I would say when we finally turned off the life support, they had to take everything out. The thing that I like remember so vividly in my mind was when we sang. When he took it all out, our family just started singing songs, like all of our family. And me and my mum walked towards my dad, and then we all basically surrounded his bed. And like, I remember him opening his eyes, like literally, he literally opened his eyes and he looked straight at my mum. And then like straight after that, like he just closed his eyes and he had those, you know, the movies?
The tear that comes.
Oh my god, that is exactly what happened.
Literally, your life is a musical.
And then I cried for like 5 minutes. I think I cried for like 5 minutes.
That's so sad.
All of us cried for like 5 minutes. And then straight after that, we're all back to normal. And like, I think it's because we just kind of prepared for it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, we were surrounded by heaps of people. Like, it was like the love was still there.
Yeah.
You know? Which was so much easier for us.
When you guys sang 1,000 Years, it was literally like...
We sang 1,000 Years, yeah. We were just singing it randomly, like learning it while we were in the waiting room. And then we decided...
Is like the biggest heart... Oh.
We literally decided, hey, let's sing this song. If Dad dies, let's sing this song. So when my mum passes away, we know what song we're singing to.
Are you serious?
How do you cope with it? You kind of just do.
You just do.
Like, you literally just do it.
I think we're lucky we have the gospel, honestly, and we have this understanding of the plan of salvation. Because without it, I don't think we would be coping as well as we do.
Yeah.
Really, because yeah,
we're not like saying that we don't like grieve or go through a mourning process,
of course.
but like
there's still random times.
So much easier.
There's still random times. Like honestly, like I'd be sitting here and something comes on TV, or like just something happens, or there's like a thought that pops into my mind and it's about my dad, and I'll cry to myself. Like always, I have random moments. Do you know what I mean? Like we're okay, but which doesn't mean we don't miss them.
Yeah,
like
there'll
we
be
miss
times
them all the time.
Really miss them.
But then there's always the moments that remind us of them.
Yeah.
Cherish the memories.
And that is the hardest part, my mom.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we didn't have any grandkids, my mom would be like, later, Bo.
Oh, it's strict. My mom, lucky her kids keep her busy.
My dad did everything for my mom. I know it. I am like my dad when it comes to family stuff.
Oh.
Like, I know my family, I think I know my family the most. Like, I know if you were to go say, I want to go to America, I would know who to go to, like where they are and all that stuff. He was so good at just keeping in contact with people. And like, he was always about family. Like, it's not, that's your cousin's cousin. It's like, that's your cousin. So, yeah, I'm very like my dad with that family stuff. Your fiapoko.
Yeah. That literally, if you ask my family to describe me in one word, that'd be like friggin' bots.
Are you a bot?
But I'm not a bot. No, I do know a lot, that's all. I know. My dad was a very good judge of character.
Yeah.
He really was. He could tell someone
fake
is from someone real. He'll know if someone's been talking smack about him. He was so straight.
What did he say about us?
Huh? No, he loved cheese. He literally did. He never said a bad word about our neighbours.
He let us eat all the food at their house.
Yeah. I'm a good judge of character.
And the Bavarian cake.
Yeah, he loves his favourite ever dessert is Bavarian.
That's why every time we get there, it's like cheese toasties and Bavarian.
But yeah, I just want to say...
Yeah, you're like that. Good judge of character.
I am a good judge of character.
Tisha's actually a really good judge of character. She judges a lot.
No.
Good judgment of character.
Don't try to get around me, because I know.
I see right through you.
I see right through you.
Ooh. This song is dedicated to our father.
To our daddies. I'm so not singing, but I'll sing for my dad.
I cruise so many miles. The guitar's off. Across the sea, so far away, so far away. My sweetheart, you're so far away from me. song.
That's a word.
My sweetheart, you're so far away from me. My return to you, just wait for me.
That was enough.
Alright guys, hopefully you liked our talent show.
Happy Father's Day again to all the fathers out there.
Go to church.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing to
commenting.
All Night.
Be flowing. Say?
Be what?
I don't know.
Following
Yeah, thank you for following.
on Instagram, Facebook, all of the above.
Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Bombastic.